Hi there. Welcome back to Sunnyside Journals. Today I'm going to do a make stuff with me. So that means that we're going to have time for a little visit. I'm going to actually try my hand at doing a bunch of videos showing how I work through a book. And so this is the book that we're going to be working through. I found it at my little Kirby book sale that's up in Kirby, Ontario, Canada, where I get beautiful, beautiful old books for $1 a book. No matter what size it is, it's $1. So I did a little bit of research into this one's called Infelice, and it's by an author named, actually her full name is Augusta Jane Evans Wilson. And this is apparently a story of a romance that takes place in the Old South. And an interesting note that I learned about Augusta Jane Evans Wilson is she was the first woman to earn over $100,000 for her books. So well done, Augusta. So this book, usually when I bring home a book, I will certainly look through it because I'm usually in awe of it and very excited to do something with it. And then I will find the copyright date, and I usually just put it on a Post-it note and put it inside the book. And I also, if I'm immediately thinking, oh, I want to do this with this book someday when I get to it, I'll also make notes on the Post-it note. So with this one, Infelice just simply got the copyright date, and that's fine, because I already have a feeling that I know what I want to do with it. So the next thing I'll usually do with an old book is I will look through it. I'll find out what the story is about, and if I'm concerned that there's anything inappropriate in the story, I will read through it, and then I'll make a decision that either I feel comfortable just removing whatever's inappropriate. And I certainly did that with this book because apparently it's a story of the Old South. And I wanted to make sure that that all we're concerned about is the young lady's romantic escapades, and that everyone is portrayed, you know, I never know how to say all this properly, but those who know. Sometimes we have to be very, very careful with the content in very old books because humankind has not always been kind to each other. All right, step down off your soapbox, Catherine. Now, so what I will do is after I've checked through and decided, yes, this is fine, I'm not concerned about anything inappropriate in it, then I sort of decide how I'm going to approach it. And this book is actually for an old girl who's almost 100 years old. She's in pretty good shape. And I want to be able to do a hollowback hidden spine. And she's going to work out nicely. That block is going to come out very easily. When the time comes, I will just be running my my razor blade down the edges there to remove the block of paper. And it looks like it's just going to need a bit of reinforcement, and then I'll be able to go from there as far as choosing fabric and end papers and all those sort of goodies. And that's what we're going to do right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause my camera so I can take it down off of my holder and hopefully not make anyone sick while I'm doing it. So that's why I'm going to pause it. And then I'm going to try my best to move slowly and take the camera over to where we're going to work next. Actually, you know what? I don't want to make people sick. Apparently some people can get very nauseated with a moving camera or a jiggling camera. I've got an iron gut and it doesn't seem to bother me, but I don't want to bother anyone. So I'm going to pause right now, and then we're going to be in an instant over at where I keep my fabrics and some of my stash, but I'll be handheld, so I'm warning you right now. I'm going to try my best to be slow. All right, hold on. We're here. Boy, I'm glad I did that off camera, because to get down here on the floor, I'm sitting on the floor here, there was a lot of grunting and groaning. I confess right now, I am an out of shape 59-year-old grandma. So that prevented any embarrassing, yeah, anyhow. So this is my little stash under here. This is my sewing station here. There's my mom's sewing machine that I lovingly use with gratitude. So under here is where I keep my basket of sort of sewing stuff, and also my stash of napkins. So these are buttons. I'm not going to get into buttons right now. What I'm interested in is to find the right fabric to use in Infelice. So this is my tub of nice little remnants of fabric. I find all these here and there. So I'm going to want something that will look pretty with that color. Let me turn this sideways so that I can see. I've got a little bit of everything in here. That's kind of pretty. What I'll do is I usually will pick out a few and then take it back to my table and take a good look in the better light over by my window. So let's see here. Does that match? That might match too. Okay. So I'll put those aside. There's that dreadful black fabric that everyone was saying looks blue. But it's just a cool black. What else is here? Oh, I want this. But I want this for another book that I'm going to be working on. So I'm going to put that aside. Oh, Infelice, what do you want? Infelice. Get it? Sorry. Nope. There's no blue in that. Nope. I wonder if any of you are yelling at your screen right now the way I do. All right, I'm going to push this aside because I've still got more fabric. Hold on. This fabric is more odds and sods. So this is more from actual things. Tea towels, upholstery fabric. This is an old children's shirt. All right, so I'm going to try and hold that sideways while I look in here. It's still all pillowcases. This is really a mishmash of things. I still don't know what to do with this. This is one of those banners, but it's all somebody did cross stitch, and it's lovely. It's all flowers. Here's an apron. It's all holly hobby. Is it ever cute? So I think I'm saving that. I have a copy of Little House on the Prairie, and I may be using this fabric in that book someday when I get down to it. Now this big wad of fabric that I found one day at one of my thrift stores has so many colors in it, and I really can find the right color to suit almost any book. I used it on my that book that I restored with the borrowed spine a couple weeks back, Poems of Action, because I liked that blue there, and I'm actually liking that blue again, and I'm thinking it would look nice with Infelice. So I'm going to, this big huge bundle is going. I don't see anything else here. That's too bright. No, I don't. I want something a little more romantic. Let's see. No, this is mostly laces, little odds and ends, handkerchiefs. What's that? No, that's too modern. All right, so I've chosen 3 that are in the running. Now, for my fabric, let me push this back. Hope I'm not making anyone sick. So I will put these aside. Oh boy, that's a big piece of fabric. I guess I should share some of that with some people because it's beautiful. Then what I will do is I pull out, these are all my napkins that I think I might want to use. I like those little birds. I'm going to grab one of these. So then I'll pull out napkins for decoupage and see if there's anything here that I think might go in the book. I don't necessarily end up using them. That's pretty. Okay. I don't necessarily end up using them, but I pull them out. No, I want some blues. You know what? That's kind of cute. I'll take one of these. Out you come. Come on. I'm trying to do this one-handed and it's not easy. In you go. Oh boy, look at this. Don't you hate when you find something that you could have used in a journal that's now finished? I could have used that in my oh, look at that. Man, I could have used that in my journal, my lap book that I don't have this one already opened. The Atlas lap book that I just recently made. Oh, I may have to add some stuff. That's coming out. All right, let's see here. What else? Oh, I like that. That's romantic. That can go. Ducks? No. Oh, I like these. Fleur-de-lis. My sister-in-law brought me those back from Niagara-on-the-Lake. They're going to go. Bumblebees. Yes. You know what? Bumblebees are romantic. Okay. And then I like these. Come on. Out you come. Oh, yeah. All right. So I will pick through and find napkins that I think I'll use. And then sometimes I'll look through my vintage wrapping papers here in case I see something that would make for pretty end papers, because wrapping paper makes really nice end papers. Hold on, I've got more underneath here. So, oh man, see, I could have used that. Boy, I'm mad at myself. That's, you know what the trouble with that is, when you got too much stuff. And I think I've got too much stuff. When you've got so much stuff that you're forgetting about things you've got, that means that it's time to send people happy mail and share the love. And I think that's what I've got to do. I'm not seeing anything romantic. I'm seeing a lot of retro stuff, which is really cool here, but I'm not seeing anything romantic. I may resort to scrapbook papers for the end papers. That's pretty. Wait a minute. I like that with the birds. Okay, so I will put that aside over on my pile there. Bridal shower. No, oh, I already went through that. I like this paper, and I've used it before. I think it's Dutch, but I love these, it's old, and I love these flowers, and I love the gold. You know what, I'm gonna, oh, there's some more birds. Okay, I never turned down a beautiful bird. All right, I'm gonna put this away, I'm done. And I'm mad at myself for all those travel things that were in here that I didn't even bother to look at. So, you're going back there. Back under here, those are all my old patterns. So they will they will come in handy a bit later, because this is obviously going to be a ladies' journal of olden times when ladies quite often made their own fabric. And I've already chosen, we're going up, I've already chosen the books that I want to pull from for this book. I'm going to pull a few pages out, and I'm also going to use my tea-dyed paper. So I'm going to pause you again, and we'll be back over at my desk because we're going to try and choose some end papers, maybe from the scrapbook papers. Hold on. All right, so here we are over at my little rack where I keep my pittance of scrapbook papers. Actually, you know what? It's not bad. I've been collecting now for quite a while. I only get scrapbook papers from my thrift stores. So whatever people decide to donate to charity, that's my source for scrapbooking paper. I don't purchase from craft stores, and I don't print off from my computer. So I think I may have to turn off the camera and just decide myself, because I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do this part one-handed. I want to find something that maybe looks like old-fashioned wallpaper. So I think I'll turn off here, and once I've made my decision on what, I'm dropping things. Oh, I'm going to use that. Oh, sorry. Jeepers. So once I've decided for Infelice what your, gee, that does look nice, what your fabric is going to be, and what your end papers are going to be. Let's see here. Yeah, I like that blue. That blue really does look nice with this blue. All right, well, we'll see. Thanks for visiting, especially if you stuck around this long with me rambling on, and even getting to meet Dot there for a minute. You know what? Now I can't remember if I took you over to see Dot. Is she asleep? Oh, she's asleep. I'm not going to bother her. We'll meet Dot another day. In the meantime, thanks for visiting, and I hope everyone has a great day, and I'm going to get to work on Infelice. See you soon. Bye.